Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and today the album I will be reviewing is Hot Ones Left by the Apocalypse. Now this is a band I actually found a while back. I want to say I found them right around the time I was kind of digging on bands like Phineas, um, specifically The Fire itself, and I found them because it was just, and like it was either in my album picks or I think it was in my recommended. It might have been in my recommended. Um, and I decided to finally just give the album a chance because who knows, it might be good. So I checked it out. I think I listened to it while I was on a trip actually, and I really loved it. I instantly loved it. I loved how they're not. This is kind of like I would call prog metalcore. It's got lots of technical stuff going on in some sections that feel a bit more proggy than you'd usually hear in your typical metalcore. Main reason for this being, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, no. This band is super cool though. I love their sound. Their style is really awesome. And yeah, How Months Left is their second album after Monuments. Now, going a little bit over Monuments. Monuments was okay. The production really, I think, held that one down. Plus, the vocals didn't sound as sharp and poignant as they do on Hot Ones Left and the follow-up to that, Dead Years. But yeah, no. Hot Ones Left is a great album, an exemplary. In fact, I'd say it's one of the best early 2010s metalcore records that ever come out. And going over this again, I think they strike a balance of like proggy and metalcore very nicely. They're not too much of either. They don't. It's not just metalcore with maybe a prog flourish here or there. You really get the sense that this band has struck a balance between prog and metalcore. It doesn't lean super heavy into either direction, and I really like that about this album and this band in general. Some things to note is that I believe this band is from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which thank you. In case you don't know, I live in Pennsylvania, and looking at the music scene for Pennsylvania, it's not super extensive, especially where I live, and so seeing a really cool metalcore band like this come out of Pennsylvania is really cool in my opinion. I always find big inspiration in bands that come from where I live, so yeah, and I gotta think here. I'll be remiss, I don't really know a lot of the song topics per se. On Dead Years, I pick up more on the lyrical themes because it seems very angry about something, it's very politically charged. This is more of a lesser so, it's an album where the lyrical themes, it's more of a kind of a standard metalcore affair than Dead Years. And I really like that about How What's Left. I really like that kind of metalcore that is somewhat fantastical in its lyrics, but also somewhat grounded as well, and that really makes for really cool lyrics in my opinion. I'd have to say about, let's see, like, oh man, I think some of the lines I can hear clearly are like on Subverse, where it's like pulling at the end of your, my chain or something. But yeah, this album is really cool and really good. I don't think there's really a bad track on it per se. Maybe some of them are more memorable than others, but I honestly really enjoy every track on this album. So when we get to where I'm going over my favorite songs, just know that I love every song on this album, and those 3 songs were very hard to pick out because I love every song on this album. It's just that good. This is also, the album in length is around 40 or so minutes, and I understand that. Metalcore albums don't tend to be very long unless you're going for a kind of mix up of the genre per se, or what's your trivium, I guess, I don't know. They just don't tend to be very long, about 10, 11 songs, 12 if you're lucky, and around 40 to 45 minutes, and around like 38 minutes at least. But yeah, there is one weird thing I want to talk about before we get into my favorite tracks. There's a different version on the album, but that version, I don't think it existed, because when I looked at the band's discography, because the album I have in my Spotify library has all of the tracks, but it doesn't have Bravado, which is a bonus track. It also has what I believe to be the correct timestamps for all the songs. And then you have the other version of the album, which, weirdly enough, on pretty much all of the songs, like 2 seconds are domed off it, sometimes more, and then sometimes there's adding, like Toro was like 3 minutes and 52 seconds on the version I have in my library, and on the other version it's like over 5 minutes for some reason. If anyone knows what's going on there, please let me know. I'd love to know. But yeah, let's get into my favorite tracks, starting off with Subverse. Subverse is the second track on the album and is one of the best. It's got a really infectious, I wouldn't say start, but when the song really starts to pick up, it really gets going and it sounds really awesome. This band lets you know pretty much like right off the bat, Thank you. Anyways, song starts out with a nice acoustic kind of intro thing, which is really nice. I like that. The screams sound great. I don't remember the vocalist's name, but whoever he is, he's got an excellent clean singing voice, and he has a really great scream as well. Very mid to high range. Typically the kind of screams I actually gravitate towards, and the kind of screams that I wish I could do. Maybe one day I will. Digress. This is a great song. It's got a big chorus. It's not a, radio... It is a radio-friendly chorus, but it's not, like modern metalcore where it's like this huge radio thing. It does explode, but in a significantly less way. And I like that it still feels more organic. I like how it feels organic, and it's not just, necessarily trying to be, like, yeah, I don't know, modern metalcore wears me out. But yeah, no, this song is great. I love just everything about it, really, from the progginess and metalcore-ish of it. I love that. I love the main riff for the song. It's great. Overall, it's just a fantastic song and a great second track. Moving on, we have Backlit is probably the most emotional song on the album, in my opinion, at least. It only has the most emotional sound chorus, really brings out a lot of nice raw emotion. I really love how the song starts with nice kind of metalcore infused prog leads. Really nice, awesome way to start. And it just goes full bar, and it launches into that chorus so well. Again, it's a big chorus, but it's not like, again, modern metalcore where it's like trying to be so big and bold, and it is trying to be, It's just, it's different, okay? I don't know how to explain it. It's different. It's not the same. It has a bit more of an organic feel to it, and that's what I like about it. And not to say I don't like big radio choruses. Some of my favorite songs ever have big radio choruses. It's just that I just really like, that kind of, I don't know. You tell me. How about we decide that in the comments? But yeah, no, I love this song. If I already said that enough. But yeah, Backlit. Great song. I'd say it's somewhere in the middle of the track listing. I think it's maybe track 5 or 6. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, great track. And moving on. And lastly, we have. So, Revenant is the final track on the album. It is the closer, and it's a pretty good closer. The song immediately just ramps it up. Like, it goes 100% all the way from second 1. Second to 1. Second 1. In fact, the verses and chorus in general, the whole flow of the song is very, marchy. It's, it never lets up at any point. Well, at some points it does, but, it keeps a very, fast-paced vibe all around throughout the song. The chorus on this one is a little weaker than the last two, but I like this one so much, mainly just because of the freaking guitar work on it is just so... It's fast, but it's got the melody. It's just... It hits all my right buttons, and I do like the chorus enough. The chorus is pretty alright. It's not the best, but it's serviceable. Overall, this is a really good album closer in my opinion, probably one of the best. It just got so much going for it. I love it. I believe there is a solo on the track. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or maybe a breakdown. Can't remember. Either one is glorious. Anyways, yeah, no, this is a really good song and album closer. It perfectly accentuates the album as a whole, in my opinion, and it really ends things up really nicely. And yeah, that's the end of the review. Thank you all so much for watching. I know it's been a month since my last review. People, I really only upload when I feel like it. This is what leads me to not get burnt out like other creators. I understand that, I don't have the... This will probably lead to me not having the biggest fan base, but, that's okay. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I think maybe the next one I'll do is probably going to be Mudvayne's LD50. I'm thinking about doing that one. So, stay tuned for that one. In the meantime, though, before I do upload the LD50 review, I might do some fan lyric videos for the songs that I downloaded for this video. So, I don't know, be on the lookout for those if I do them. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.